So we're not supposed to have a class today, yeah? But I wanted to do a weekly trading recap for YouTube. So I said, why not, you know, invite you guys to join so that you can use it probably as a backtesting section. All right. So YouTube, we have our students in this together. So students, say hi so that we know that we have people at the back. Somebody should mute his or her mic and say hi. Somebody to say hi. Fine, bro.
I.
Good.
I, I,
All right, good. So we're doing our weekly recap. All right. We'll basically look at the trade that we took this week and then, just share it out and have an overview of it, right? So the week started off with a loss. Yeah, I posted it on my Telegram channel as well. We started with a loss on ETH USD, right? So let's see. So let's do this again together. All right, so if you're familiar with my strategy, you're supposed to know what I trade by now, right? So ETH USD is currently buying, right? From my top-down analysis, ETH USD is buying. So what do I look for when it's buying? I have to look for buys. It's buying from the higher time frame. And how do I look for buys? I just look for what our rules. First thing is a sweep of liquidity accompanied by a break of structure, right? And then we have a 50% retracement to give our structural liquidity, which is here. So if you measure this with your Fibonacci, you can see that this is up to 50%, right? So I have this as my POI. This is our second break. And then here becomes our POI, right? Here becomes our POI. So price gave confirmation around here, a morning star confirmation around here, and they were expecting price to, go to the upside from here, but it ended in a loss, right? Of course, we know that no strategy is 100% certain, right? Sometimes losses happen, and that's why you have to apply risk management to your trade. All right. I liken risk management to use sending out your soldiers to a war. You don't need to risk everything that you have as capital for one trade, right? You need to portion your capital into several small portions. I do apply the 10 trade rule, which means if I have $1,000 capital, I'm portioning them into 10 places. And for each trade, I'm risking $100. So assuming I entered this trade with $100 and I lost it, I still have $900 to trade within the week. All right, so this was a loss. And then we had another trade on USD MXN. Now for USD MXN, we entered last week, right? We didn't enter this week, but we are still holding. We're still holding this trade, right? We're still holding this. Let's wait for this to load. So you guys should see how I trade. Trading is very, very simple. You just need to know what you're doing, have a good defined system for entry, have a good define system for exit, have a good risk management plan, and you see yourself scaling height, right? So let's do this together. Same thing. USD MXN is buying, right? And it's buying from somewhere around here. Okay, and then we have our targets to be here on the higher time frame. So what do I need to do? I just have to go to the 1 hour, 4 hours time frame to get my POI. All right. And then the first thing I'm waiting for is a sweep of liquidity, which is a sweep of this, right? And then I have a break of structure to the opposite direction. And then I have structural liquidity form, which is a 50% retracement. So you have to measure this with your Fibonacci to be 50%, right? So we have this 0.5 mark is 50%. And then this is my structural liquidity. And then I have a break of structure, right? So here becomes my POI, all right? So I'm basically waiting out for something like this, a sweep of liquidity, a break of structure, then structural liquidity form, then another break of structure. So this is my sweep, right? And then my break of structure, and then I have structural liquidity form, and then my second break of structure, and then here becomes my POI, few pips below my structural liquidity. And then where price is coming from before tapping, my POI becomes my take profit, right? So if you invert this, you have it for the downtrend. So this is basically what we are looking for. And then we have this here, all right? But let's invert this back. We have this here, the sweep of liquidity to give us point A, point A, right? And then a break of structure to the upside, and then price has to retrace to give us structural liquidity, which is our point B, and then a second break of structure, right? So where price is coming from before tapping our POI is point C. Okay, so price has to do this, and then here is our target. So we're still holding this into the next week. There are basically two pairs that I'm holding for currency pairs. The other one is NZDJPY, right? For the NZDJPY, I gave it out as my outlook last 2 weeks, all right? And then started playing around Wednesday. So if you want a full breakdown with top-down analysis, you can check my weekly trading outlook, right? So let's go to the large time frame so that it will be clear. Let's hold on. So all these trades that I'm giving to you guys, I do send them on my Telegram. So if you want to copy my trades or want to trade the way I trade, just search SAMMIYDSE on Telegram, and there you have my Telegram channel, right? So let's do our analysis. So for those that watched my YouTube, you're supposed to be familiar with this, right? We had a tiny sweep here. Okay, and then we had the break of structure to the downside somewhere here. And then we have structural liquidity forms, which is our third rule. And then a full break of structure, which is this. Okay, so these are our points A, our point B, and then where price is coming from as our point C. Where price is coming from before taking out our point B. So this is our POI. All right, this is our POI. So you can see that price reacted from it, and then we're seeing price go to the downside. All right, so we're still holding this trade to next week. We're basically waiting for what will happen. All right, stop loss few pips above, and then our target is here. All right, so if you see any form of re-entry, you can basically check it out and then re-enter. All right, these are our targets. Okay, so these are the two basic trades that we're still holding for currency pairs. So this week in currency pairs, I had one loss and two wins, right, which I'm still holding. And then for synthetic indices, which is absolutely the best pair that I can recommend to everyone, right? The other synthetic indices pairs that are coming up as well, like the spreaders markets, but you don't use derive for them. Okay, you use spreaders markets for them. All right. So for synthetic indices, I started seeing good trades as of Wednesday, right? I think Friday I got a win on V10. Okay, yeah, that I shared with my community on Telegram channel as well. Okay, so we had a sweep of liquidity here, right? And this is our type B, which means that structural liquidity has to form first before eventually breaking the full structure. So we had our break of structure somewhere here with just a little wick. All right, and then price tapped our POI, and then boom to the downside. So you can see that with this my strategy, there's no way I can have 10 losses in a row. It has not happened to me since I have been trading this strategy. There's no way I can have 10 losses in a row, right? Which means my risk management works very well. And then my risk to reward, the minimum risk to reward that I get in each of my trades is 1:3. All right, is 1:3. So we have this for V10, a sweep of liquidity, then price broke structure here. And then this is our structural liquidity. So we're anticipating structural liquidity to be swept out, and then price has to tap my POI, and then boom to the downside. All right. I also had a win on, I guess, V15. Yes, V15. So for V15, price is basically coming from a sell setup on the higher time frame, right? So we have to look forward for sell. Price is coming from here and then headed here. So we have to follow the trend and then look for sales. Okay. We don't trade in the opposite, rather we trade in the direction of the trend. All right, so we had a tiny sweep somewhere here. Yes, here. And then this was a break of structure. And then price gave structural liquidity, which is here. And then price broke structure to the downside. So this is our protected eye. And then this was our POI. Let me go to the lower time frame so that it will be clear. Hope you guys are understanding as well. I know you guys are familiar with this, but just to, do a little bit of a back test. That's why I said you guys should join so that you guys can, see that what you have been taught works very well. And it's the same thing that I used to trade, right? So this was a sweep. We had a break of structure here. And then we have this as our structural liquidity, then price swept out structural liquidity, and we had full take profits, right? Full take profits. My confirmation for this was on the 30-minute time frame, an evening star. Right, so my entry was here. So my entry was here, and then my stop loss was just a few pips above, and then this is my take profit. All right, so we had about 3 wins for V50. Okay, now V51X. We had 3 wins for synthetic indices rather. V51, this trade is still playing, right? I sent it out to my channel this evening, so the trade is still active. All right, for V51S, price is coming from a sell POI. All right, and then somewhere here is our target, I guess. The stop analysis is on the monthly time frame. All right, so I just have to go to the lower time frame and then look for sells. Okay, so I saw something here. I have a sweep. I had a break of structure, which is here. And then this liquidity was my structural liquidity, right, which is this. And then this is my point A, which is my protected high. So price has to, tap here, give a confirmation, and then boom to the downside. All right, so we are in profits. I gave this trade out to my Telegram channel when price was still somewhere around here. All right, so if we go to the lower time frame, this will be very, very clear. Okay. We had a sweep here. We had a break of structure. So this is basically the type B. Structural liquidity has to form first before breaking structure. Now, this is basically the type B. All right, we're expecting something like this. A sip of liquidity, and then we have structural liquidity forms first, and then before the full break of structure. So this is our sweep, right? And then this is structural liquidity, and then this is a break of structure, and then we have full break of structure somewhere around here, and then this is our protected high. So basically, we're expecting price to come here, right? And then we enter for a short, which is here, few pips above, and then here is our TP. So we had this here as well, a sweep to give us point A, which is here. Why is this so big? Right? And then we had structural liquidity, which is our point B. And then price broke full structure to the downside. And there you can see that price basically tapped on it. And then we're expecting price to come here. So I'm basically still holding the trade. Probably the next 1 hour or 2 hours, it will get to full take profit. Or if I see any of my exit strategy, I will exit the trade. But for now, we are still holding. All right. I think Jide sent me a trade on 3 minutes time frame. Mary, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
How was your trade?
Full TP within 5 minutes.
Full TP within 5 minutes.
Yes.
Can you
I
share it?
took the trade on 3 minutes. Okay, let me share it. I'm
Can
coming.
you share it so that others might learn from it as well? Our students, they are active. We're not teaching what cannot be used in the market, right? So if you can share your screen, we appreciate so that we see your analysis as well.
Yes, I'm trying to see where to share my screen. Okay. Start share. Share. Mm,
Can you guys see our screen?
No, I'm still finding where to share my screen. I can't find it.
All right.
Hold on.
Have you seen it?
I can't find it yet. I can't find it. I'm trying to navigate it.
Okay, probably send it to me on Telegram or something so that we'll see. So while we wait for Mary, all the trades that I basically did analysis of right now, I shared them on my Telegram. You can see this, right? You can see the V50 at POI. I gave it out here, right? It was low probability, but it ended up playing out. I see the V15 1x. So you have to join my Telegram. If you're not in my Telegram, you're missing out. You can see lots of setup that I've given out. So just type this SAMMYYESE, and then there you have it, guys. So Jide, we're waiting for you. Have you sent it?
I will send it now. I'm trying just the screenshots, right?
Yeah, so that we'll see your analysis. You're supposed to do it for us, but you cannot share your screen. I wanted you to do the analysis so that
Okay.
we'll learn from you. So I will display it, and then probably you tell us how you entered the trade, just for other people to learn as well, so that they can see that we're doing a good work here.
I've sent it.
Okay, let me check. Where did you send it? Is it on Telegram? Because I cannot see it.
Yes, on Telegram, the general one. The one you sent the Zoom link to.
Okay, I'm yet to see it actually. Are you sure it's sent? I'm yet to see it. Just send it to my DM.
Okay, I've sent it now. I've sent it. I thought I sent it to the Telegram. I sent it to WhatsApp. Now I've sent it to the Telegram group.
All right. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Mary is the one that is delaying us now. Okay, I guess I've seen it. We did two analyses. So let me share it with these people that are here so that they can see it. So this is what we have. This is our Telegram group, right? So Jide had a sweep, a break of structure, and then structural liquidity, and then price tapped on it, and boom to the downside. So which confirmation did you use?
I used evening star candle. There was evening star confirmation on 3 minutes.
Sharp girl. You guys should clap for her. It's not easy to learn forex in this short you know frame of time. All right, so Jide, well done, well done, well done, well done. All right,
Thank you.
that's all for our outlook for the week, right? If probably by Monday, I'll drop my outlook. So sorry, this is a review rather. This is the review of the trades that I took for this week. So by Monday, I'll drop my outlook of the pairs that I'm looking out for. So join my Telegram. I'll be sharing my setup as well from time to time. And then, subscribe to the YouTube. And nice having a conversation with our students. You guys should say hi again so that we end. Nobody wants to talk again. You guys say hi to YouTube.
Hi.
It's good.
All right, bye bye. See you guys next week.